My species allows only one mate, and you just claim me. Alien girl shock. When humanity made first contact with the Volari, it wasn't through ambassadors or fleets. It was through one man, Commander Ethan Rourke, stranded after a failed mission on the edge of the Lorne Nebula. His ship had burned through orbit, his crew scattered, his beacon silent. He thought he'd die alone, until he found her, the alien warrior. She appeared through the storm, silver armor cracked, her four wings folded and trembling. Her eyes glowed violet in the gloom. "You shouldn't be here, human," she said, voice soft but edged like glass. "You're bleeding," Ethan replied. Her gaze flicked down to her side, where plasma still smoked through her armor. "It's nothing. Leave me." But he didn't, because that's not what humans do. He tore off his jacket, pressed it against the wound. She hissed at the pain, her claws digging into the dirt. "You would help an enemy?" she asked. "You're not my enemy," he said. "You're just hurt." The bonding incident. He carried her to shelter, a hollowed escape pod buried in dust. For 2 days, he tended to her wound, melting snow, sharing rations. She barely spoke. Until, on the 3rd day, when he touched her hand to check a bandage, her eyes widened, terrified. "Human, what have you done?" He froze. What do you mean?" She pushed herself upright, trembling. "You touched me. You initiated contact during healing. That's the right of claim." Ethan blinked. "The what now?" "My species allows only one mate," she said, breath trembling. "And by our laws, you just claim me." The shock. Silence. He almost laughed, but her face said she wasn't joking. "Okay, let's, rewind that. I was helping you, not claiming anyone." She crossed her arms, glaring. "Intent does not matter. The right is sacred. My heart has answered the bond." "Your heart? Look, I'm sorry, I mean. Apologies do not unmake destiny." He exhaled. "Well, this is going to be awkward to explain at Thanksgiving." She frowned. "What is Thanksgiving?" He couldn't help but smile. It's a human ritual. Lots of food, lots of family. And now, apparently one very confused alien. The understanding. Over the following days, something changed. She introduced herself properly. Lyra of Velar Prime, daughter of a noble house that once ruled stars. Her people were telepaths, emotions shared through proximity, through the smallest touch. The bond she spoke of wasn't symbolic. It was real. He could feel it too. Faintly at first, a warmth behind his ribs, a heartbeat that wasn't his own. At night, when she slept, he felt her dreams, flashes of light, of battle, of loneliness so deep it ached. And when he whispered in the dark, "You're not alone anymore," he felt her pulse steady, calm. The rescue. Days turned into weeks. Together, they built a signal beacon, scavenging parts from wreckage. But the storm made transmissions weak, scattered. When an enemy patrol finally found them, Volari soldiers, not human, Lyra stepped forward, standing between them and him. "You cannot harm him," she said. "He's human," one of them spat. "A threat, a trespasser." "He is mine," she declared, wings flaring, light shimmering across her skin. They froze. The leader hissed. "You would claim a lesser being? A Terran?" Lyra raised her chin. "He saved my life. He carries my bond. By our law, harm him and you harm me." The soldiers hesitated. No one broke Volari bond law, not even the generals. And in that hesitation, Ethan activated the beacon. Moments later, both human and Volari rescue ships dropped through the storm. The aftermath. When the humans found them, Lyra refused to leave his side. When the Volari found them, she refused to obey their orders. In the debriefing chamber aboard the cruiser Aurora Dawn, a general from her world said coldly, "Your bond to this human violates every principle of our kind." "Then your principles are broken," she said, eyes fierce. "Because he showed more honor than our wars ever did." The human commander turned to Ethan. "You've caused quite a diplomatic incident, Rourke." "Yeah," he said, glancing at Lyra. "Worth it, though. The choice." They gave her a choice. return home and have the bond severed through neural disjunction, a process that could kill her, or live among humans, exiled forever. She looked at him, quiet for a long moment. Then she smiled, small, sad, resolute. My world has rules. You have heart. I'll take the latter. He reached out, and she took his hand, unafraid this time. Guess that makes it official, he murmured. It already was, she whispered. You claimed me the day you refused to let me die. Epilogue. Years later, when the first human Valari alliance was signed, two figures stood together at the ceremony. One human, one alien, their hands clasped. And when asked by a reporter what started it all, Ethan only laughed and said, Apparently, I touched the wrong person at the wrong time. Lyra's wings shimmered as she leaned close. Or the right one.